What is going on, everybody? It's Jamie and welcome to the channel Thrift-Onfire. Today's gonna be a what sold video, what sold for me recently on eBay and Poshmark. I did get out over the weekend and hit some garage sales as well, but let's kind of rewind here for a minute. Friday, I actually went to a concert in Toronto and got home at like 2 a.m. in the morning. We went and seen City and Color, Dallas Green. If you follow me on Instagram, I think I posted, a couple photos and a little clip from that.
There goes my life, passing by with every exit sign.
Yeah, it was a great show. Got home late, like I said, 2 a.m. Went to bed, woke up, still got out at 7:30 in the morning. I was dragging my butt around. I did hit about eight or nine different sales, but I was only really able to find something decent at one sale. Is this just a case, or I don't want to open it or anything, but
it's never been opened. They're all figurines.
Oh,
they're
so
like
this
collectibles.
Okay.
And those are that you put them in there.
Oh, in the box?
Yeah.
What do you want for that?
$10.
Okay. Probably grab it. Alright, so I think I'm going to end up with your set here, some cards, and then these are just a mix of...
Oh yeah, the Nintendo thing. This is like you plug in it. It's part of a Nintendo game, you know.
Yeah, the characters are universal
exactly.
though, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Is this one for Nintendo, this portal? Doesn't really matter, honestly.
It works.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what do you want for that?
$3.
Sure.
So 10, 13, 50 cents. 13.50. Okay. So
That's awesome. Thank you.
thank you very much.
So the Batman pin set is definitely the most valuable thing out of those three items. The Mario Uno cards are interesting for 50 cents. They'll go in my booth for $4 or $5. The Skylanders lot, there's not a lot of Skylanders in that lot, so I'll look them up individually just to make sure that I'm not missing something. But I'll save that portal and those Skylanders to bundle up later as a bigger bundle, potentially. And the pins, okay? So the pins themselves, there are some listed really high, like anywhere from $75 to $200. There are only a couple actually sold, more around like the $40 to $60 range. I'm going to ask, or I've already listed mine for $75 USD. I've already got a couple offers for about $45. I'm trying to get probably around 65 USD. Once again, I paid about 10. I think it's a pretty good flip. I have cross-listed these pins as well to Poshmark, so there's always a possibility that I'll get the sale over there as well. Other than that, the garage sales were really bad, which kind of sucked because I drug myself out of bed being super tired. But I knew I was doing this to myself, so it's not like something happened and this is unfortunate circumstance. No, I put myself in a situation where I was going to have limited sleep and I needed to get up and get out. Unfortunately, didn't pay off. There's not a whole video worth of stuff to show you guys, but I think, still a couple interesting things. And yeah, I don't know. With that being said, let's pull some orders. Kicking it off today with an eBay sale, and I pre-pulled these pants. It's a Levi's 501 cutoff short. with some embroidering and some, you know, designs and stuff on the front. Pretty cool. Picked these up at the Goodwill bins about maybe 2-3 months ago, knowing that they would sell this time of year. $15 USD is what we took for these. Happy about the sale, definitely from the Goodwill bins. I knew it was going to be in this bin right down here, LPS, because it was in my inventory system, but it was a while ago, so it was at the bottom. So I dug that one out early. Next is a Skylander here, a lot of 13. Should be in the video game bin here. Whenever you can find these Skylanders, you know, it's a good idea to look them up for sure individually. But, you know, if they're not worth anything, or if you just don't want to put the time into looking at them individually, you can sell them in lots. You know, the bigger the lot, the bigger dollar value you're going to get. This is $20 USD for this lot. Not awful. Usually they're pretty inexpensive if you're picking them up at yard sales. Sometimes they're overpriced in the bags and stuff like that at thrift stores. If there's a bunch in a bag, they might be overpriced to do that. But, you know, if you can get them cheap, you can line them up like this and sell them. Next, a lot of McDonald's toys. I have two different ones. There's the silver ones. I think it's this one here, the red one's a lot of 6. See if we can grab them in 2 handfuls here. I basically took $30 for these. I had them listed a little higher because they are brand new and sealed. There are lots of ones that I've sold that are open, but these ones, you know, there's not a lot of solds either for like actual just brand new sealed like this. So there are people who have them listed super high. I don't think they're going to get the money they're asking. And $30 USD. I mean, I hope they get the money they're asking. That'd be great for them. But realistically, you know, for the price difference, I think most people probably would just buy the open bag in most cases. But still cool, $30. That did come from the $3,000 card buy. This was some of the extra stuff thrown in on that. Next, right here, it should be, I think it's Bud Harrison autograph here. This was from the $4,000 card buy. And it does have a Beckett C of A. Pretty cool, 8x10 there. Next, I kind of got a mess going on this sheet here. Next, this is a very unusual for me. A collector's plate. I have sold some Disney ones in the past. It's going to be in one of these drawers as well. Which one? Not the junk drawer. We were just in this one. Right here. Gonna have to find a good box to put this in. I think I have some lower profile boxes that we could use. This here, my wife got for me a long time ago. She thought it was kind of cute. The reason why she picked it up is because we knew that Department 56 was good. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I've had it for a really long time. It finally did sell. I moved it over to eBay.com maybe a month or 2 ago now. Maybe not even that long ago, but probably around a month for sure. It did sell for $14.99 USD. I've probably had this thing for a year and a half. Took a long time to get, you know, $15 American for. Is it worth it? I guess it's really up to you to decide if you'd want to spend you know, your money and time like that. It's a long time, and collector's plates typically do not sell very fast. Next, we're going over here. These are some of the cards from the $3,000 card buy that we just listed. She's looking for Robert Thompson. I'm just trying to see what the card looked like. I think it might be this one right here. Robert Thompson. Yeah, we will double check that is the correct card, but it looks like it, just right offhand. I have a couple of variants of different cards, so sometimes that can be tricky. But yeah, that guy there, $15 USD. Not really that bad. Like, I think I might have listed it a little higher, between 15 and 20. I can't think of the exact number. I just took an offer. Somebody offered me 15 on this one last night, and I said, yeah, why not? And we're going to get this guy out here. Another round of orders, and this time it's Poshmark sales. 2 shirts in this bin right here have sold, so we'll pull them both at the same time. One is a pink shirt, Pink the artist, and the other one is Evanescence the band. I can already see down here, I think that's the pink shirt poking out. It's white. Yeah, that's it right there. Clothing tube bin. This was listed not long ago. I actually had this at my booth and we brought it back because we had sold one online, and I thought, hey, well, why don't we sell the other one online as well, because it's been sitting in the booth for a while. And it did sell for $20 Canadian. That would have came from the $800 clothing buy, and so would this one. Where is it? I'm not sure. Kind of roughly know what I'm looking for. I think this is it. Evanescence, $20 Canadian on this one as well. $800 clothing buy. 2 modern shirts selling for $20 a piece. Not bad. I think in that buy, shirts like that, like I mentioned this a bunch of times, I just kind of look at the $800 buy as a whole. I paid $800, but I think realistically these were $5 shirts when I bought them from him. You know, because we made different piles, different values. And like I said, I was looking at the total value of it, and that's how I figured out how I was willing to pay for it. But yeah, 20 bucks a piece in these ones, kind of what I expected, which is okay. Next, we're going to the USA bin for a vintage country shirt. I believe this is a 1991 Paul Brandt shirt. I think it's white. See if we can find it. I think it's this one, yeah. A lot of black shirts in here, so I figured it wouldn't be too hard to find. Yeah, there he is right there. You can see the date in the back here, 1991. You can kind of see it on the side a little bit. This one did a little better, 36 bucks. Maybe we'll throw it over here, actually. $36 Canadian. Decent. It's crazy, because like in 1991, you can't compare, you know, 1991 Paul Brandt to like Nirvana, but, you know, something like that in the rock genre and that kind of shape would be worth much better money. But I'm still happy with 35 bucks for that. I think I actually picked that up at my local Goodwill for t-shirt price. As you can see, I'm pulling down this tote. This tote typically has, whoops, we threw these shirts on the ground. Let's get these over here. So throw them over here. This tote typically has things like blankets, tote bags, purses. I can see a Christmas stocking in here. That type of stuff. I just call it bags. But we're looking for a Vera Bradley, which I'm pretty sure is in here. Yeah, it's this one. This one's not. Is this a Vera? No, that's not the Vera. Somewhere in here it's a Vera. It looks very similar. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yep, it's this one. I'll try to get this out of here without making too big of a mess, but I think it's caught around something. We'll have to get this closed back up. Yeah, Vera Bradley right here. This one's not one of the new tag ones that I picked up at a rummage sale this year. This is one I've had for a little while, and we did take an offer. It was listed a little higher, maybe like $5 higher, 30 bucks. And I took an offer of $25 Canadian on this one. Happy about it. I think this came from my local Goodwill, so I would have paid about $6. So $6 Canadian into 25 Canadian. Not the best flip in the world. I don't know if it's the pattern on this one or why it didn't sell very quickly, or if, you know, they don't sell for a lot. That's typically what you expect. But I have had this for longer than I expected, but regardless, let's get this out of here. Decent sales over the weekend, and you know, I figured I might as well share this with you as well. If you stuck around this long in the video, I'll tell you one other thing that I picked up at these garage sales. So I picked up a whole bunch of books for 25 cents a piece.
Grandma takes it home.
Sorry.
Those are good.
Yeah, I know. I know my wife always just tells me the ones with the numbers on them is when she wants.
Yeah.
So
Well,
like,
they're,
some kind of series, right?
yeah, but you don't have to read, like, you don't have to read them.
In order?
Well, yeah, because it's like about the girls.
Oh,
The
okay.
murder. It's like a lawyer and a doctor, and there's like about 4 girls.
Okay.
Hey, I got
And
bags,
there's
so you
your-
can take them all.
Yeah, well, I probably grabbed most of the James Patterson ones, I think.
Oh, okay.
I should get your address.
There we go. That's good.
Oh no,
That's good.
is that good?
Oh, yeah, for
okay.
sure.
For all those.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Gotcha. Oh, so good. How are you? Good. Good. This is your little one. Yes, it is. Mommy used to live in that house over there. Yeah. Your mommy played with mine little guys. How come it's here? Yeah, they're
Now these James Patterson books, my wife has been looking for them. I just know there's giant numbers on the front of them. I know the author's name as well. And she's been trying to collect the entire series. Her and her friend Elise, who I think watches the channel. I don't know if she still watches it anymore, but I know she has watched it in the past. They have this like little book club where they read stuff and they talk to each other through just messages, because they they were childhood friends and now they live a long ways away, so they're still able to keep in contact this way on a regular basis, and sort of like in a shared interest of reading these books, right? So I think that's kind of cool for sure. I was able to get all these books for 25 cents a piece. Whatever one she doesn't want, I'll just throw in my booth for $4 or $5. I'll get my money back for sure. For all these books, I think I paid it was just under $9, and I gave her $9, so technically I paid a little more than 25 cents a piece. I overpaid by, I think 50 cents or something like that. Nothing crazy. I probably could have gave her $10 and still felt really good about buying that many books at a garage sale. But yeah, that was kind of cool to stumble across all of those. But once again, not a huge ticket item, not probably video worthy, as the majority of those books are going to be for my wife for personal use, but still maybe worth showing you guys here at the end of the video if you stuck around this long. And if you do like videos like this, please give this one a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content. We'll see you guys soon.